It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Greetings, everybody. Welcome to 2K Sports. I'm Ernie Johnson here with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. Tonight, it'll be the Brooklyn Nets going up against the Philadelphia 76ers. Philadelphia looking very confident right now. They've really got it going, working on a 5-game winning streak. They'll try to push it to 6 straight with a victory tonight. Fellas, it is always fun to watch Ben Simmons. The combination of size, speed, ball handling, passing. Shaq, the list just goes on and on and on and on and on and on.
Dun, 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 dun. He and the Greek Freak are a big part of this league's future. Having playmakers that size is a huge advantage.
Yo, I'm curious to watch his jump shot develop. Simmons is taking the point forward distinction to a whole nother level.
And now with the tip-off coming up shortly, time to send it to Kevin Harlan for the call.
$18,000 fans and a chorus here in Brooklyn. 2K Sports is proud to present NBA basketball. This is Kevin Harlan along with Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. And of course, David Aldridge is joining us tonight from the sideline. And of course, Tobias Harris. Only a few games with the new team, but clearly they are enjoying what they've seen so far. And it looks like he's fitting in extremely well, to say the least.
And as you were mentioning, I mean, that trade has this team buzzing. You can see it in the warm-up line, how loose and confident they look now with him on that roster.
And as things get ready to roll, let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's on the sideline. David?
Well, guys, the fallout from the Nets trade with the Celtics in 2013, of course, is still being felt all around the league, and GMs are very reluctant now to surrender first-round picks unless they receive major league talent in return. Nobody out there wants to be embarrassed, Kevin, on or off the floor.
Yeah, some lean years in Brooklyn, partially as a result of that transaction. David, as always, thank you. Well, we have two loaded backcourts here tonight, Clark. It should be a very intriguing matchup.
You know, Kevin, in years past, it used to be the small forwards were your dominant scorers in the league, and that's still pretty prevalent, but in this day and age, well, I tell you, the point guard play. Not only are those point guards able to assist and set people up and lead their teams, but a lot of them are high-octane scorers as well. A lot of fun to watch.
Make a lot of things happen on both ends of the floor.
No doubt.
A look at the 76ers starting group. Simmons runs the show with Redick at the 2. Jimmy Butler is out there with Tobias Harris, and it's Embiid in at the 5. Here's LeVert. The shot, no good. Some solid defense from Harris. Butler kicks to Harris. Here's LeVert, defended by Butler. A nice shot by LeVert.
LeVert, very confident. He's an amazing athlete and can put the ball on the floor and attack on the drive with the best of them.
Redick finds Simmons. To the paint. And here's the fast break. Russell leading the way. Simmons with the defensive effort. And Simmons has got the ball here for the 76ers. Here's Embiid. Here's Redick. The kick outside to Butler. A three-pointer is right on target. Butler's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. For Brooklyn, they've gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. Yep, that one goes in there.
And off to a strong start offensively. He's got a nice touch.
Simmons passes to Butler. Harris with it. Ball's knocked loose. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
Yeah, good awareness there. He sees an opening and doesn't hesitate.
Boy, it's a thing of beauty watching him attack the defense like that. I mean, they wanted no part of him on that layup.
Here's LeVert. 20 points for him last game against Minnesota. And it's Russell in the corner. Gets an open look and hits.
Wow, that's real nice. I mean, D'Angelo really sets before he gets into his shot. Good use of pace there.
Now here's Simmons. He's a solid producer, averaging nearly 22 points a game. He dishes it to Butler. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. Butler's got 5.
And, you know, Butler's a good scorer inside. Excellent at feeling out the defense.
Out to Russell. There's the triple. That's basket number 2 with his 3rd shot off to a fast 2 for 3. A lot of give and take between these sides early.
Yeah, and both teams look like they came to play. We should have a good one.
An almost perfect start to this game. 4 for 5. They're rolling.
The Nets have gotten 4 of 6 field goal attempts to drop in the first quarter. Dinwiddie dishes to Russell. From 12 feet out, connects, the jumper drops. He has 7.
You like what you have there. Russell crafty with the dribble.
The 76ers trail. Simmons with it. Here's Harris. Outside, Redick. Shot clock at 6. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. Tobias Harris in his 8th season in the NBA and still just 26 years old.
Yeah, I mean, 1 season at Tennessee, and he has slowly but steadily improved each year. And, you know, he's gotten stronger, more consistent with his long-range shooting, and he's found his calling as one of those prototype small ball 4s.
And the first one at the line is good.
And, you know, Brett Brown has seen it all in Philly. The good and bad times. Was the head coach for their lowest points as this team rebuilt. Now he's reaping the fruits of his labor and persistence as he leads a star-studded Sixers team that has great potential.
And Harris drops them both. And Clark, you have to applaud management for the way they stuck with Brown as the team was turning things around.
Yeah, I love it, Kevin. I really do. I mean, being able to see the long-term picture and stay with a coach who you believe is the right one for your group. Very impressive work by the Sixers. You know, injuries and a lack of talent were the issue early, not the coaching. The players love Brown, and rarely are coaches afforded as much time and patience as this franchise gave Brown. I applaud him.
We are far enough into the season now to determine the true contenders, Clark, or do you feel that isn't revealed until closer to playoff time?
No, I think you start to narrow that list down right now, Kevin. I mean, you begin to see which teams are capable of making runs in the playoffs. And obviously anything can happen between now and the playoffs, but the teams that are going to be there battling, you get a pretty good read on who those teams are right now.
That's good from Harris. And one thing, Clark, about the Nets, they've shown in the last couple of years that they are willing to take a risk on players.
And in many cases, it's worked out for them, Kevin. They traded for D'Angelo Russell when his value was rather low. So taking a risk on players who hadn't worked out for other teams has paid dividends. And I'd throw DeMarre Carroll in that category as well for them.
Both good from the line that time.
And it's been a really good day for him at the line. Some other bigs have well-documented problems on their free throws. He's not one of them.
And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
And, you know, Spencer Dinwiddie appeared to come out of nowhere. Played in college at Colorado, got hurt right before he was drafted, but he's an outstanding competitor who does all of the little things it takes to win. I mean, you watch him play, and it's easy to see why he earns a coach's trust on the floor.
And for Dinwiddie, he has the sound fundamentals coaches love. Got an invite to the skills competition last season.
Yeah, he's fluid, but he's almost robotic in that he doesn't waste any movement, and that's a compliment for this guy. I mean, he's not really flashy, but super effective because he knows his game, and he does a nice job blending in with his teammates.
Yeah, another nice bucket down low. They've really been able to work the ball into the post effectively here so far.
Now, here is Russell. He's got 7. Pass to Hollis Jefferson. Nice ball movement by Brooklyn. Here's Dinwiddie. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
Oh, Oh, man, he is so shrewd in screen and rolls. Dinwiddie is good at sizing up and analyzing the situation and then making the right decision at the right time.
Russell against Simmons. He kicks to Embiid. Simmons finds Embiid. Philadelphia needs to get a shot off. The shot by Redick, no good. And so it's Russell with it. He'll bring it up for Brooklyn. They faced off right here last time they met, but the home club just couldn't pull out the win.
Yeah, and they got beat last time these two teams met, and really free throws were the story.
Yeah, you know, that differential jumps off the page to me, and whether it's more disciplined defense or more aggressive offense, they've got to look to flip that script tonight.
So it's Brooklyn now after Jimmy Butler missed from long range.
Boy, he's having a tough time right now. Seems like he's forcing his shot a bit to me, Kevin, not letting it come in the flow of the game.
Let's quickly check out the scoring breakdown here for the 76ers.
They've pounded the ball inside in the first half, forcing the D to collapse, and that frees up the shooters going forward.
The other thing they've had going for them tonight is their passing. I mean, doing a nice job. Plenty of their points early on coming off assists.
Davis is checked in for the Nets. With the amount of characters and personalities on this Sixers team, Clark, you can't help but notice the attitude they play with.
Yeah, they play with edge. They play with brashness. Some would say arrogance, but all of the championship teams have some element of that, and that's where they're looking to go. On occasion, if their emotions get out of whack, it could get them in trouble, but I think they'll learn as they grow to tone that down and use it in a positive way.
Now, here is Russell. He has 7. The shot missing. Simmons with the defensive effort. Butler kicks to Redick. Oh, the lob for Simmons. And here we go. Brooklyn fast break. LeVert the pass to Hollis Jefferson. And Embiid with the block.
Yeah, good energy and awareness that time by Embiid to deny that shot. I can't explain what happened there, Kevin. I mean, he had the layup. Looked like it was a simple play. Somehow the defense threw him off just enough to cause the miss.
Now, here is Russell. He's coming off a 28-point game against Minnesota.
And he passed the ball so well in that game, keeping everybody involved, even as he was racking up all those points.
Well, if you wonder why Butler is an elite player in this league, let him find his comfort zone and then see what happens.
And stolen by Butler. Up top, Embiid. Knocked away.
That is some tough defense there against one of the better finishers in our game.
Really, it's a thing of beauty to watch Hollis Jefferson move the ball like that. I mean, he's a team-oriented guy who looks to make the pass as much as possible.
Here's LeVert. Kept alive.
And that one gives them a +5 rebound advantage, Kevin.
Pretty clear they're dominating that area. They've come out with a lot more energy and effort so far.
Now here's Simmons. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. Here's Hollis Jefferson. The pass to Allen. Just 5 to shoot. Right wing. Here's Russell with the 3. Simmons with the defensive effort. Philadelphia has gone 1 of 3 from beyond the arc so far in the game. Redick. The putback. No good on that one. And it's the Nets taking it the other way. And now Philadelphia on the break. Oh, and the jam by Butler.
You got to be more careful around Butler. I mean, he's terrific at bouncing over the opposition and taking the ball away.
And the first timeout called of the game for Brooklyn.
You know, Karis LeVert came into the league as a scoring wing, but has changed into a playmaker. I mean, he developed into a primary ball handler out of necessity, and it's a role he's thrived in. He attacks the defense and can finish at the rim himself or find teammates.
So for the Nets, Harris is checked in for Allen. Tamari Carroll comes in for Hollis Jefferson, and Shabazz Napier subbed in for LeVert. And the 76ers will go for a different look here. Johnson, he's checked in for Joel Embiid. Scott comes in for Tobias Harris. James Ennis, he'll check in for J.J. Redick. And it's T.J. McConnell in for Ben Simmons. And LeVert has described his game as constantly evolving, something backed up as his transition from wing to simply playmaker.
Yeah, he's a high character, high quality young man, and he's gone through a ton of injuries going back to his days at Michigan, getting more and more comfortable with the ball in his hands because he's a guy that can make plays, and I think his game is just going to continue to grow as the years pass.
And the foul on Mike Scott. That is his first foul of the game. Russell against Butler. The drive by Russell. Carroll, no one around him. Drops in the tray.
And they are going toe-to-toe here tonight, guys. This thing's like a heavyweight fight.
Yeah, these teams evenly matched, Greg, trading hits and refusing to give up any advantage.
Now here's Butler, coming off a solid outing against Cleveland. And guys, let's get your take on the hustle stats for Brooklyn.
They've come out in attack mode on the defensive end. They've applied pressure and forcing turnovers.
They've gotten their fair share of points off turnovers so far tonight, too.
And so he hits the technical free throw.
How can you not be a fan of T.J. McConnell if you like grit, tenacity, always ready to help his team? He's a fan favorite because he plays with such a competitive edge, even when most of the time he's outmatched physically. Extremely scrappy and heady. He played his college hoops at Arizona, and he's got a long future in front of him in the NBA.
And a tremendous Unleash Chaos replay coming to you courtesy of Under Armour Hover Havoc. Now here's Napier. D right on him. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot. Arizona guards know how to get it done, and McConnell is no different.
No, he's really been surprisingly good at this level because of his toughness, his smarts, and he's actually gotten better with his little mid-range shot. His vision is outstanding. His defensive tenacity really good. I mean, this guy has proven that he's a rotational player of value in this league.
Butler against Russell. Pass to Carroll. 1:51 left in the first quarter of the game. And yes, it's good. Now it's a 3-point Nets lead.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
McConnell finds Johnson. Back to McConnell. Butler on the way. He's guarded by Russell. Ennis misses. So for the 76ers, their last game, a win against the Cavaliers.
And how about the points they put up? I mean, they were aggressive. In fact, at times overwhelming.
Hey, I agree with you there. I mean, they were in a really nice flow, Greg. Seemed like they couldn't miss.
And he wanted everybody in the building to feel that ferocity.
And we did. Yeah. And we felt it. Even over here, we felt it.
It's the best way to do it, as long as you don't get teed up for it.
Brooklyn with the ball. Philadelphia getting their last shot to go. Russell, no good.
Well, you know, they're in the lead, but he's still been frustrated from an offensive standpoint.
That one drops for him. Butler's got 18 points in the game.
And he's starting to show that killer instinct this quarter, looking to extend the lead.
And now Philadelphia on the break. Here's Ennis. Good. And McConnell gets the assist. And the 76ers lead by 3.
Awesome feed there. That pass was on point.
Over to the left wing. Russell kicks to Davis. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Amir Johnson. That's his first foul. Jared Dudley's checked in for Harris. And Philadelphia also making a switch. Marjanovic is checked in. Inside. And Carroll gets it to go. Carroll's got his second basket of the game.
Such an impressive all-around player. Carroll is good at scoring in the painted area as well.
3 seconds separate the shot clock and game clock. Outside Butler. To the inside. Johnson. And then Johnson with the dunk.
And it's just been an avalanche of points here in the early going.
Yeah, you know, both teams scoring at a really steady clip. If you like good offense, you've come to the right spot. This is your game.
Just 3 on the clock.
And you know what? You allow a guy to get right to the rim like that. That's your only option.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, free throws are always better than a layup, so I'd agree with you there, Greg.
Philadelphia shooting their 7th and 8th attempts at the foul line tonight. And the first one drops. And so he hits both.
Textbook shooting from the stripe. Great form, soft release, mark it up.
Jimmy Butler has been on display for the Philadelphia 76ers. They kept going to him again and again, and he delivered with a monster quarter. Back to the action after this word. James Ennis played in Australia, Puerto Rico, the G League. He talked about his NBA journey and his goals.
Just to be a rotation player. I know I got better. I know I worked hard to get here, to stay here, and just be able to knock down the shot and the three. I want to shoot the ball 40% and above.
And with the importance of the 3-ball nowadays, Greg, a great goal for Ennis.
He possesses length and athleticism on the wing, and if he can reliably knock down the triple, he's a consistent rotation player in this league.
And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And looking at what we've seen from the 76ers, what do you guys think?
Through that first one, they've turned this thing into a track meet.
Yeah, outworking them right now, plain and simple. I mean, they've been terrific in the open floor.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's the second quarter of play. And Brooklyn, looking who they've got. They've got Damari Carroll out there. Jared Dudley out there with Davis. Then there's Shabazz Napier. And it's Dinwiddie in at the 2 guard.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Well, listless and lifeless at the defensive end. I mean, especially inside. They've really got to pick up that interior defense.
Now here's Carroll. Last game he had 13. To the middle, here's Napier. Clark, you once worked for the Indiana Pacers, vice president, player relations, and really had your fingerprints on a lot of part of that organization. Could you see yourself going back to an NBA front office role?
I don't anticipate that. I love what I do as a broadcaster. I really feel as though I'm right where God wants me to be. Currently had a wonderful tenure with the Pacers, 32 years between playing, broadcasting both radio and television, then 4 years in the VP of player relations role. Phenomenal relationships with a number of people, but no, I think that chapter for me is in the rearview mirror.
I speak for everyone playing the game, watching the game. We're glad you're in broadcasting, I'll tell you that.
Thank you, partner.
Both shots good from the stripe. And although the Nets have improved, Clark, they still have some areas that have traditionally given them some trouble.
Well, when you're a team that struggled to win consistently, there are a lot of holes and chinks in your armor. They only play okay defense and don't create a lot of turnovers. The turnover game is usually in favor of the opponent with them. They have the talent to be a good defensive team. I think they just have to be a little more focused and intense at that end of the floor.
McConnell scanning the floor. Ennis misses. Nets trail by 5. Down low and stolen by McConnell. Johnson, the pass to Ennis. And they call the foul, so he's got the and one chance here to make it a 3-point play.
One shot. Good ball movement. Wonderful pass. Couldn't have drawn it up any better.
And this is his first trip to the line tonight.
And of course, we'd all like to see his percentage at the line improve, but he just does not have the touch right now. He's in the 60s.
And I know he's got to be upset at himself for shooting so poorly at the line. So I would think he'll be doing everything he can to bring those numbers up.
Just about a minute and a half has gone by here in the second. Dinwiddie kicks to Dudley. Dishes to Napier. Here's Dinwiddie. He provides a good amount of offense for the team, averaging around 11.5 points a game. Off target there. That would have pushed the lead to double digits. Right side, Davis. Good, and it's Napier with the assist that time. 8 points for Davis.
Splendid release on the floater. When executed correctly, it's a beautiful, effective shot.
Tipped away. Outside Butler. And they double up Butler. Here's Marjanovic, and Marjanovic with the slam.
Well, you don't want to leave guys unattended, not around a guy like Butler, who's pretty good at finding the open guy.
And so it's Dinwiddie with it. He'll bring it up for the Brooklyn Nets. 8-point game coming off that loss against the Timberwolves.
And their defense practically non-existent in that one. Just gave up far too many easy shots.
Yeah, I think they were totally checked out, Greg. At least that's what it looked like. When you play that kind of defense, you expect to lose.
And Boban Marjanovic picks up the foul. That is his first foul of the game. Simmons checked in for Butler. And we're now a little over 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. Napier with it. Simmons is there. Count it. And the 76ers lead has been cut down now to just 6 on the basket from Napier. Philadelphia's gone 0-2 from deep here in the second. And here is Simmons. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. Ennis kicks to Johnson. Trying to get open is Marjanovic. From down in the low post, it goes.
Nice hands that time by Johnson, able to gather and go up with no problems at all inside.
Inside, here's Dinwiddie. Good, and it's Napier with the assist that time. Napier's got 3 assists in the game. The 76ers leading by 6. Outside, Simmons. Passes it to Ennis. Shot clock at 6. Back to Simmons. Here's McConnell. Trying to get open is Marjanovic. And McConnell gets it to go. McConnell's got 6.
Always got to patrol the three-point line. When you don't, you suffer the consequences.
It's stolen by Ennis. Johnson attacking. Here's Simmons. Got a hand on it. Here's Dinwiddie. He has 6. And stolen by McConnell. And we've got an update here, so let's check in with David Aldridge reporting from the sideline.
Well, guys, Brett Brown coached the Sixers team through some really lean years. Now, the promise started to show last season, but he said, I don't feel close to the notion that we've arrived. I'm hardened, just doing my job and moving forward. Kevin?
And continuing the process, D.A., thanks. Here's what Brooklyn's going with right now. Allen's checked in for Davis. Hollis Jefferson comes in for Damari Carroll. And it's LeVert in for Spencer Dinwiddie. That's good from Simmons. Clark, when you're evaluating young players and you see a lot of them at the college ranks and certainly in the early years in the NBA, aside from their talents between the lines, which qualities tell you this kid has a chance to be special?
A couple of things. Humility, understanding their ability, but also recognizing they've still got work to do. That's one of the great qualities anybody can have. Work ethic, self-starting, and then you try to see if in fact they've worked through some challenges. How have they handled adversity? I mean, when you look at those things and couple them with talent, now you've got somebody that you feel like can be special.
Now here's Dudley. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. LeVert the pass to Dudley. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Shoots over Marjanovic. Dudley, no luck.
And as he squares up for mid-range, the defender right in his face.
Yeah, I like the fact, Greg, that he crowded the shooter there, made him uncomfortable, got into his airspace a bit. It looked like he forced the shot.
Harris against Dudley. Simmons trying to get open. Chalk up 2 there. 8 points for Tobias Harris.
Another bucket down low. They've been the aggressors, taking the ball inside and attacking at the rim.
You're exactly right. It's been all good at one end, and let's be diplomatic and just say not so good at the other end.
And didn't do anything fancy there, but didn't need to.
Nope, his only concern right now is getting the points on the board, and I don't mean style points.
Hey, I thought there was some style there, guys. What are you guys looking at? I mean, it was still a pretty sweet, flavorful one-hand flush.
Shot is good, and the 76ers lead is cut down to just 10 points with the bucket from LeVert.
And LeVert knows exactly where to go in transition. Incredibly quick in the open floor.
Now here's Simmons, and he drops in the layup off the glass. Simmons got 5.
Boy, the defense looked helpless there. I mean, he's going to lay it up every time when he's got a smaller defender on him.
For Brooklyn, they've gone 5 of 7 from the field here in the second. Napier kicks to Dudley. Pass to Hollis Jefferson. To the wing right side. Napier feeling it out a bit. Shoots over Redick. And it's Napier missing.
And that's the battle they haven't been winning today. Their work on the glass has been porous, and that's got to change.
Yeah, no question about it. I mean, as they're looking to battle back, that's one of the key elements. You got to rebound.
And here's Napier after J.J. Redick hitting the 3. Napier kicks to Allen. Back to Napier. And he hits it just before the shot clock expires. Napier's got 6 points in the quarter.
And now he's taken a solid opening in the quarter and built on it here in the second.
Redick finds Simmons. Almost, but it rolls out. Nets trail by 13. To the middle. It's stolen by Marjanovic. And it's LeVert missing.
Yeah, good interior D there prevents the deuce.
You know, that's not easy at all. When guys get this close to the bucket, it's tough to stop the basket.
Embiid's shot is good.
The mid-range J from Embiid getting better and better.
Timeout called the Nets.
Yeah, he's got to make some adjustments here. Just too easy to score in the lane against them right now.
Yeah, there's no reason why they should be scoring at will down there easily as they have. I mean, they've got to be more aggressive inside.
Harris is checked in for Brooklyn. Russell comes in for Shabazz Napier. Scotty's checked in for Philadelphia. And it's Russell with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Brooklyn Nets. Down by 15. Inside, Hollis Jefferson. And the basket is good, and he's got a chance here for one more at the line.
Boy, and the power and lift from Hollis Jefferson, able to finish right through contact.
And you have to love the way Hollis Jefferson plays on the defensive end. So active with his length and can disrupt an offense single-handedly. The team is visibly better on defense with Hollis Jefferson on the floor.
On the free throw, no good. And with Hollis Jefferson in his defense, he's not only strong, but he's versatile with whom he can guard.
Yeah, I mean, RHJ has great length, and at 6'7", he can guard almost every position on the floor. Strong on the glass, even though he's often undersized in his matchup. RHJ is anything but an average player. And I really love how effective he's become on both ends.
You know, one thing you got to love about Embiid is how unselfish he is. I mean, he's pretty good at spotting open teammates.
Nets trail by 15. And the pass to Hollis Jefferson. The feed to Russell, 16 feet away. For just the 4th time today, it is good. That one makes him 4 for 10.
Got to be happy with the result, moving the ball so well on that possession. Beautiful.
And Simmons kicks to Harris. Over Harris. And the 76ers tack on 2 more.
And he can smell blood in the water. Excellent finish.
Yeah, no let up. Killer instinct on display, trying to put this team away. I love the tenacity.
And it's blocked by Simmons.
Boy, you cannot forget about the long reach and wingspan of Simmons. I mean, he uses it exceptionally well on defense to come away with block shots.
Now here's Simmons. 5 points in the game. There's the lob for Harris. Trying to go for an alley-oop, but excellent defense and anticipation there to stop it. With the floater, 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. That one on Embiid.
And LeVert, the Ohio native, has a ton of potential, folks. A tall, lanky shooting guard with really good playmaking ability.
Two shots.
And he knocks down the first one. Both good from the line that time.
Yeah, you know, one of the under-talked about strengths of the Philadelphia 76ers is how they play team defense. I mean, they were top-rated defensively in opponents' field goal percentage last year.
Here's Embiid. And it's Russell with the rebound. Russell's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. And stolen by Harris. And there's Embiid. That's good on the assist from Redick. Embiid's got 4 points this quarter.
Embiid is a very assertive player, a player who fights the defense on these contact finishes and does so with confidence.
And with the 76ers in defense, it isn't just them bothering shots.
No, you're right, Kevin. I mean, they were one of the best, if not the best, rebounding team in the league. Also, were top 10 in blocks and steals last season. I mean, they filled up the stat sheet as a team in a lot of ways. It's fun to talk about what this team can do on offense, clearly. But I think moving forward, what's going to anchor this team as a contending team is its defense.
Down low, here's Harris. Up and in for the basket, number 4. That makes him 4 for 5 now.
And I love the momentum he's building. Last game, he was just as dominant.
Yeah, I concur. I mean, definitely on the roll right now. Seems like everything he's throwing up is going down. Yeah, those shots are taken totally in rhythm, high percentage quality shots, and really getting whatever he wants.
Wants to get it to Simmons and does. And Simmons slams it in.
And the vertical of Simmons, guys, I tell you, an extraordinary dunker when given the chance to launch and lift like that.
Russell passes to Allen. Back to Russell. That will fall for his 7th bucket, 7 for 15 in this game.
Boy, after having a tough time in the first, he's managed to turn it around nicely this quarter.
Simmons dishes to Harris. Ring shot on the way, and the 76ers tack on 2 more.
And really with Simmons, the guy just has everything, including that soft mid-range jumper.
And J.J. Redick picks up the foul. So that will be his 2nd foul of the game. We're in the bonus, and we'll go to the line to shoot 2.
And, you know, last season the Nets saw a lot of improvement as a group, in large part due to several talent jumps by players on their roster. Organic development, we call that. Overall,
shooting 2.
Just great growth from the young group on the Nets.
That free throw, no good.
And they're getting to the line a lot in this quarter, guys, and it hasn't
been by accident.
Yeah, I don't think it's an accident that aggressiveness correlates with playing better. So the aggressiveness is starting to pay off.
Looking at who's out there now for the Nets. Ed Davis is checked in for Allen. Damari Carroll comes in for Hollis Jefferson, and Spencer Dinwiddie subbed in for Harris.
Moving it around, 8 of their last 10 coming off assists.
And Greg, you know nothing makes a coach happier than selflessness on the basketball court.
Here's LeVert. He's got 11, and it's Davis finishing it off.
And if that doesn't get them fired up, guys, nothing will.
Greg, just what the doctor ordered, huh? Some high-flying antics to narrow the deficit.
Tell you what, fellas, that could give them the energy boost they've been looking for.
Pass to Embiid. Over Davis. And there's Embiid. That's good on the assist by Simmons. Embiid's got 8 points in the quarter.
Just a tremendous feel for the game. Simmons is so gifted at reading the floor.
And so it's Philadelphia in command with a 16-point lead as the buzzer sounds. They've kept the tempo quick and the defense on its heels, and it's gotten them up big. And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Kevin, thanks. Coach, what is your impression of the first half?
I think we played. And I thought we found a really good balance of posting and pace. It's what we've been talking about. And I thought our defense, for the most part, was excellent.
A good start. We'll see how they finish. Thanks, Coach. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, thank you, David. And folks, don't go away. After the break, we'll see you right back here for the start of quarter number 3.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello again, Hoop fans. NBA Halftime Show on 2K Sports. EJ, Shaq, Jet. What a start for Jimmy Butler. He had 18 points, 3 steals, and 1 rebound. And from what we saw so far from the Sixers, Kenny, what's your takeaway?
Well, I'm going to tell you this. When we talk about Jimmy Butler, he doesn't just give you production. He gives you toughness. Physical wing with good athleticism. Tremendous two-way player who will also fight you on the boards. He played with a lot of tenacity in the first half, which I thought set the tone.
And over to Shaq. What do you think about Brooklyn?
Well, they were playing like it was Christmas, Ernie. Giving up a lot of turnovers. There's no excuses for the turnover numbers, sloppy ball handling. They look out of control, and the execution was all over the place.
And that's all we have for now. Tell the folks goodbye, Shaq. Tell the folks goodbye,
Goodbye.
Kenny. Goodbye. Go to Kevin Harlan.
The Brooklyn Museum, just one of the many places to visit here in this famous borough of New York City. Welcome back, folks. Well, we've got a second half of basketball for you. We think it's going to be pretty good. A big comeback, though, is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. We are seeing a tremendous game from Jimmy Butler.
And through the first 2 periods, it seemed he got to the paint whenever he wanted to, just a slasher's mentality.
Yeah, you know, good things happen when he cuts to the rim, Greg, and you cut into the heart of the defense like that, makes things easy.
And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next 2 quarters are any different from the first 2. So far, it has been a runaway. Kicking off the second half, here's Brett Brown's foul. Simmons runs the show with Redick at the 2. Embiid is out there with Harris, and it's Butler in at the small forward. The shot, no good. The Nets go the other way with it. Floats one up. A nice shot by LeVert. LeVert's got the first basket of the third quarter for the Nets.
Like the way LeVert controls himself, always under control, knows what he's looking for, takes his time, particularly when he's close to the basket.
Now here's Simmons. Brooklyn on defense. It's a 14-point game. Harris finds Simmons. Allen with the rebound. And it's Dinwiddie with the ball. Bringing it up now for the Brooklyn Nets. And J.J. Redick picks up the foul. And that'll be his 3rd foul so far. Here's LeVert, defended by Butler. Redick with a double team. Here's Dinwiddie, kicks to Allen. 5 to shoot. Shoots over Embiid.
Good challenge that time by Embiid, using all that length quite well.
Allen's shot is off. Three-pointer, Butler. Another miss by Philadelphia.
Got to find a way to energize themselves, get going. 0 for 3. They're looking for their rhythm right now.
Poke loose. Embiid, the pass to Butler. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
You know, Butler's a physical guy. I like his physicality. Somebody who doesn't back down at all. And because of that, he's excellent at getting to the line.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And the first one at the line is good. And the Sixers' strength, Clark, on the offensive end is how many ways they can attack a team.
Yeah, I agree with you there. Deadly in transition because of Simmons' size, speed, and passing ability. And if they don't have something in the initial thrust, Embiid, always an option to go to in the low post. They shoot it well from multiple positions. They've got a lot to like offensively.
And Jimmy Butler, you know, something of a quirky character, has a ritual whenever he's at a grocery store of paying the person's bill behind him. Doesn't care if it's 99 cents or 2,000.
Now here's Simmons. He's got 9. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. And Butler never afraid to be a little bit different, listening to country music in the locker room, much to his teammates' chagrin.
In the offseason, riding around in a van with the baby on board sticker, even though he's single with no kids. Remove the rearview mirror as a symbolic reminder to never look back. This guy's special.
Two shots.
First one falls for him. Well, it's been a long time coming for Nets fans, but starting this offseason, Brooklyn will actually own their own draft pick.
I hope for all Nets fans, they can avoid this situation for a long time.
And so Butler nails both of them. And Jimmy Butler's a very physical wing, as we know, Greg. Goes about 6'8", 240, and he can D-up almost any position.
And the strength to deal with forwards, the quickness to cover guards. Also, he uses that strength to attack the rim and get himself to the line.
How about the passing? They are moving the ball without any thought, without any individual agenda.
Yeah, and it's really fun to see that kind of unselfishness. Really hard not to appreciate all the assists they've racked up.
And the one-hand slam just looks so pretty when it's in his hand and he's the one doing the slam.
Agreed. He is smooth as silk, even on a power finish.
Part of what makes him unique, guys, that combination of power and polish.
And there it is for him. Hollis Jefferson's got his 3rd basket of the night right there.
And the confidence from Hollis Jefferson to get the pass and immediately rise up for the jump shot, that's what you call real good awareness, finding his comfort zone with this team.
For 3, Harris. Allen with the rebound. Allen's got 5 rebounds tonight.
Yeah, the offense scuffling a bit to start this second half. Only 1 for the first 5.
Here's LeVert. It's hauled in by the 76ers. Embiid. Butler kicks to Redick. Rebound, Brooklyn. Allen's got 6 rebounds here tonight. Russell with it. Now guarded by Simmons. Russell against Simmons. And there's the call on Tobias Harris. That's foul number 2 for him. Jared Dudley's checked in for Brooklyn. And Philadelphia also making a switch. Amir Johnson's checked in for Harris. And so the timeout by Kenny Atkinson here.
Well, guys, when you talk about some of the great turnarounds for a franchise in NBA history, the process for the 76ers has paid dividends. They went from 10 wins in 2016 to 52 wins last year.
The Nets making a switch here. Napier's checked in. Third quarter of basketball here, and just a little under 3.5 minutes gone by. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Embiid. Here's Dinwiddie, guarded by Simmons. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Allen. That one falls, coming off Dinwiddie's feet. Dinwiddie's got 3 assists tonight. And the steps, Clark, the 76ers have taken. It's only the beginning.
Yeah, this is really the ideal situation to have if you're the Sixers. I mean, this team's built to last and still has good draft assets and flexible cap space. I mean, come on. That's an abundance of riches there.
Now Allen, after Jimmy Butler missed from long range. Now here's Napier. He's got 8, and Embiid pulls it down.
That's a very low percentage shot. Not good basketball at all. One he probably should have passed on.
And J.J. Redick picks up the foul. That will get him his 4th foul of the game.
That foul gives him 4, so he's got to settle down a bit.
Some changes for Philadelphia. Marjanovic comes in for Embiid, and it's James Ennison for J.J. Redick. Now here's Allen. He's averaging just around 8.5 points a game. Hollis Jefferson finds Allen. Shot clock at 5. Poked away. Out of bounds. Next ball as Brooklyn keeps possession.
A moment here to see the stats for Butler. This last month, he's been positively spectacular, putting up about 25 points per game, almost 3 steals and 4 rebounds. And you know, pretty terrific numbers across the board.
Yeah, so many books in his library. He lights up the scoreboard on a nightly basis.
Here's Napier.
Just not much success when it comes to shooting.
And the Nets miss again. Butler passes to Marjanovic. In transition, here come the Nets. Oh, and he plucks it off the glass. Wow. Floats it up for Butler. Stolen away. Nice job to interrupt the alley-oop attempt there. There's Hollis Jefferson. Lays it up off the glass. Hollis Jefferson's got 8.
And with the physical gifts that Hollis Jefferson has, he plays a lot bigger than his listed height.
Here's Simmons, and stolen by Napier. Got a piece of it. So it looks like the Nets will retain possession here. And with this opportunity, we can show you this season's top shot blocking teams. The 76ers in second.
I mean, terrific rim protection. I mean, they rotate and help on the inside as well as anybody. And, of course, you want to keep offenses on the outside shooting jump shots, and that continues to be the goal.
Here's Dinwiddie. 9 points in the game so far. Over in the corner, Allen. Clock at 6. Shoots over Marjanovic. Passes to Hollis Jefferson. Allen kicks to Napier. Brooklyn needs to get off a shot here. Here's Dinwiddie. No good with the triple.
Well, I think that was clearly a force. He was a little anxious. Too much in a hurry right there.
Pass to Ennis. Can they get it? Whistle blows. Bucket is good, and he'll have a chance at the line to make it a 3-point play.
Yeah, terrific play right there. Great strength to finish through the contact.
That's exactly how it should be done. Get the bump, concentrate on the shot, and you'll get the bucket too.
And some stats here, guys. The scoring breakdown for Philadelphia.
Guys, the passing we've seen from them has been tremendous. Very unselfish.
Yeah, but I also like the balance because they're doing a great job of getting inside and converting around the rim. I really like their aggressiveness.
In the recent CBA, there have been a lot of provisions put in there for retired players. Health insurance, increase in pensions, Clark, reimbursement for tuition. What do you think of these changes?
Love them, Kevin. Absolutely love them. And again, credit to the league and to the Players Association for thinking outside the box, reaching back to benefit some of the former players that are actually in need of these benefits and deserving of it. Come on now. Those guys paved the way in many ways for what we see of the league now. And most players appreciate and recognize that. And for it to be tangibly recognized and rewarded is great to see. I love it.
Out to the wing. Dinwiddie passes to Davis. Nets passing it around. Dinwiddie surveying the floor. In the corner, Napier with it. Takes the three. No good on that one. So Philadelphia will take it the other way.
Well, I'll tell you what, he's going to buy himself a ticket to the bench. If he keeps shooting it like that, he has been putrid here this quarter.
Outside, Simmons. He kicks it to Ennis. Knocks it loose. Johnson left side. Shoots over Carroll. And a little luck that time, but it drops. Johnson's got 6. Nets trail by 14. Now Napier. 8 points for him. It's Carroll on the wing. Good, and it's Napier with the assist that time. He's got 8.
Boy, they've been terrific from beyond here in the second.
Exactly what the doctor ordered. Those 3-point bombs will erase the deficit quickly if they can keep it up.
Here's Marjanovic. Uses the glass to finish the layup. And the 76ers lead by 13. Brooklyn's gotten the three-pointer to fall to the tune of 50% here in the third quarter. They've made 3 of 6. Dinwiddie dishes to Napier. There's the pass to Dinwiddie. Back to Napier. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And it's Carroll in the corner and taken away by Johnson. Here's Ennis. And there's the foul. It goes on Jimmy Butler. That is his first foul of the game. And Philadelphia making a change here. Scott's checked in. Nets trail by 13. It's Carroll on the wing. And there's the call on James Ennis. That is his first foul of the game. Russell, he's checked in for Napier. And the 76ers also making a change. Harris is checked in. Davis kicks to Dinwiddie. Out of bounds. It'll be 76ers ball.
A chance here, Kevin, to take a look at the 76ers and how they rank in the NBA right now.
And how about that sky-high ranking in terms of blocks per game? Sometimes that can indicate a team's allowing too many drives to the rim, but it's sure nice to have bigs who can send it away as a last resort.
Now here's Butler. He's got 21. Here's Simmons. That's the 6th make from the field. He's taken 9 shots and missed but 3.
No doubt about the consistency when it comes to scoring the basketball for him tonight. A real nice lift for their offense.
Oh, and the jam by Butler.
You got to tag Butler in transition. He's got the quickness and athleticism to shred defenses in the open floor.
And it's Russell with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Brooklyn Nets. Trailing by 17. And stolen by Simmons.
Oh,
that jam.
wow. Come on now. Bring the thunder. Rock that rim. And, you know, whenever Simmons gets a chance to show off his insane bounce, he takes advantage of it, really demonstrating how lethal he is in the air.
It's Russell with the drive. Trying to get open is Davis. Russell with the bucket.
I mean, he is tearing the defense apart, and let's face it, they have not brought their A game on that side of the ball.
Well, Greg, it was the exact same kind of offensive showcase for him in their last game, too. When it happens this often, that's not a pattern. That's a characteristic.
Pass to Harris. There's the dish to Dinwiddie. Back to Harris. Outside, Russell. Clock at 4. sees the alley-oop.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
And what I like about it, Greg, it's been a physical brand of basketball. It's had a little sandpaper element to it, gritty and rough, but that's how you win games.
Harris passes to Dinwiddie. Those three-pointers off the mark. The 76ers leading by 19 points. Ben Simmons, such a force when catching the ball, moving at the rim. But you know, Clark, he can get there on his own just as well.
Yeah, he's got a great knack for being able to get where he wants to with the ball. His size and strength and agility certainly help him. And he understands angles. This guy is just a jump shot away from being virtually unguardable, in my opinion.
Another turnover there leading to a basket.
And they've really made the most of all those chances they've had from these turnovers. It's really driving their offense right now. Actually, it's their best offense.
And along with the resurgence Carroll had last season, in large part due, I think, Greg, to finally feeling healthy.
Yeah, and Carroll is quick to tell you just how hard it was for him to regain form after that knee injury. Coming back is something that each player experiences kind of in their own way. Great presence, though, on and off the floor, and really a natural leader.
The first free throw is good.
You know, a rugged, experienced player. The shooting and defense Carroll provides, it's really what makes him so valuable.
LeVert's checked in for Brooklyn. And then for Philadelphia, Embiid, he's checked in for Johnson. And J.J. Redick is subbed in for Butler. Simmons finds Embiid over Davis, and it's in after a nice bounce off the right side. 14 points for Joel Embiid.
And they're passing the ball very crisply here.
Russell dishes to Harris. Here's LeVert, covered by Redick. LeVert the pass to Davis. 5 on the clock, and there's the call on Joel Embiid. So that will be his second foul of the game. We're in the bonus, and we'll go to the line to shoot 2. First free throw is good. So after making the first, he goes 1 for 2.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
Yeah, you look across the board, it's actually sizing up, shaping up to be a great game. I mean, strong performances throughout, and they've really been strong on the glass.
And here's Harris from the arc. And the last shot before the buzzer is off. And so it's the Philadelphia 76ers controlling the game and finishing the quarter with a 20-point lead. And they're winning the turnover battle very easily in this one. We've got more in store for you right after this. And a chance right now to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for him.
Served him up a tasty room service dime right there, boy.
And we reach the fourth quarter in a game that may be already out of hand. Nets trail by 20. LeVert and Carroll are the wingmen. Harris is out there with Davis, and it's Russell in at the 1 spot. So that's the Nets 5. Passes it to LeVert. That's tipped. And a bit of a battle here for the ball. The official signals a jump ball here. Clark, if you were a general manager, and I think you'd make an outstanding one, during the pre-draft process in particular, a player has declined to work out for you. Would you still consider selecting, drafting him?
Yeah, I would consider it. And again, there would be some extenuating circumstances. Why has he declined? What have we seen? Obviously, I'm hopeful that my scouting staff has taken a look at him, and I've seen the kid up close and in person and done my due diligence, so I've got a comfort level with who he is and what he can become. But I don't think the declining of a workout is enough reason to just dismiss a prospect that you like.
And he drops in the layup off the glass.
And, you know, it's obvious he's a talented scorer. I mean, that's a given. A guy you can depend on to get it done in a lot of ways.
A little over a minute of the fourth quarter gone right now. Outside for Reddick. For three, Harris. They get it back. Yep, it counts.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
Yeah, double-digit advantage on the scoreboard. They've taken the initiative. They've played, I think, with more purpose so far.
Simmons against Russell. Pass to LeVert. Davis with it. And it's Philadelphia with the rebound. Embiid's got his 18th rebound here tonight, all over the place.
Hey, right here.
Simmons finds Scott. The basket good off the assist from Simmons. Simmons got his 7th assist in the game.
And some guys just have a nose for scoring, and this one couldn't have been any easier.
Yeah, that was actually no defense at all there, Greg. I mean, layups don't come any easier than that. I mean, they're piling it on now.
And there's a whistle, and that's going to go on Simmons. That is his first foul of the game. So for the Nets, Allen's checked in for Davis, and it's Rondae Hollis-Jefferson in for Harris. Russell passes to Hollis-Jefferson. Lays it up and in off the pretty assist.
Make way and wake up. Hollis-Jefferson getting it done in traffic.
And Simmons has got the ball here for the 76ers. Next up for them, the Knicks coming out here to play. And that's the first game in a string of 3 straight at home. Stolen by Allen. Russell passes to Hollis-Jefferson. It falls for the 6th time in 7 tries this contest. That's 86%.
And the shooting has really been there for him today, but he may have to take it upon himself to continue to carry this team and try and get out of this hole.
Here's Simmons. Add another basket to his impressive total. It's his 9th against 12 attempts.
Simmons is an absolute thoroughbred as a scorer. A dominant offensive talent who scores in a lot of different ways.
Carroll with it, picked up by Harris. Carroll kicks to Russell, to the middle. And you know that's going to be goaltending, guys, so that's a free basket right there. You know, Clark, when you think about it, all fans really care about is winning, and that's hard to pull off when you're the only star on your team. And we see it all over the league.
You know, basketball is not tennis or golf. It's a team game, and one man can't win a championship by himself. I mean, when you look at all the championship teams, they were championship teams, not driven by just one star player. And it's a blessing when you can play with other good players, and that's what all good players desire to do at some point in their career.
Back to Reddick, 3-pointer. The basket good off the assist from Simmons. Simmons got assist number 8 here in this one already. Nets trail by 21. To the wing on the left. Russell finds Allen. Back to Russell. Inside. The pass to LeVert. Just 5 on the clock. Over Reddick. And it's LeVert missing. The 76ers leading by 21. Left side Reddick, and stolen by Russell. To the inside. Here's Carroll. Pass to Hollis-Jefferson. He gets it in there. Hollis-Jefferson's got 14 points here in the second half.
And the crisp passing has opened things up for them offensively.
10 straight points off assists. That's very impressive, and it also makes the game easy and fun to watch.
Simmons passes to Scott. Passes it to Simmons. Shot clock at 6, and Simmons slams it in.
Phenomenal timing that time, guys, from Simmons. I mean, leaving the ground once the pass was released and then tearing the basket almost out of the glass.
It's Allen on the wing, guarded by Embiid. Hollis Jefferson passes to Allen, and then Allen slams it in.
Kevin, he is tough to stop when he gets to the rim.
Yeah, Greg, he can get up a few notches higher.
Well, and that's exactly how the game is played in the paint inside, guys. I mean, if you can play over the top, I think you've got a big advantage.
And here's the fast break. Russell leading the way. And the foul on Mike Scott. That'll be his second foul of the game. And the Nets making a change here. Dinwiddie's checked in. Butler, he's checked in for the 76ers. Here's Dinwiddie, defended by Butler. Hollis Jefferson passes to LeVert. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Pass to Dinwiddie. From deep three-point range, it's hauled in by Harris.
They've shown some strength in the paint today. Their work on the boards has been impressive.
Guys, that's putting it mildly. I mean, they've been absolutely dominant.
Amir Johnson's checked in for Philadelphia. Nets trail by 19. The pass to Hollis Jefferson. To the paint, Embiid with the steal. Here's Dinwiddie, covered by Redick. Dinwiddie passes to LeVert. That one falls, coming off Dinwiddie's feet.
LeVert showing you can rise up from deep. A quality shooter when given room to fire.
The 76ers leading by 16. Outside, Redick. Butler kicks to Johnson. Some nice ball movement here by the 76ers. The shot by Redick, no good.
And, you know, even though they're up, he's been off his game this quarter, having trouble finding the basket.
And here's Redick. He'll bring it up for the Philadelphia 76ers. To the inside. And stolen by Russell. Here's Dinwiddie. And he lays it up and in.
The 6'9" wingspan of Russell. Reaches, picks it clean, then there he goes off to the races.
Timeout called, the 76ers.
And for D'Angelo Russell, the former #2 pick, it's all about developing himself as a player and a leader. Has focused more on the team and less on himself of late, and knows what is expected of him and has to earn every second of floor time.
And now let's present our Jordan Player of the Game, Ben Simmons.
And his percentage from the field tonight seems almost made up. I didn't think it was possible to have that kind of success shooting the basketball. You need a little bit of luck, a bunch of hard work, and a whole lot of talent.
Teams need contributions from everybody to win on the road, not just the stars. And he's done more than his share tonight. An outstanding performance. He gets a chance now to catch up with the 4th member of our crew, Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Well, during the break, I listened in on Brett Brown's huddle with his team. He told them, hey, they're ready to give up. We're close to winning this game, but we're not done yet. I don't want to see any let up out there. We'll see how well they got the point across.
Thank you, David. And last season, Russell had to fight for minutes upon returning from injury.
Yeah, and battles like that help mature a player and really keep them focused. Those are areas where Russell had struggled in the past. I think he and his coach both know it's not easy, but it has already started in making Russell the best player he can be.
You know, the next step for Dinwiddie is to just become more consistent going forward, especially when it comes to scoring, because I think he does everything else pretty well.
Pass to Simmons. Kicks it out to Johnson. The basket good off the assist from Simmons. Simmons got 9 assists now tonight.
And piling on to that big lead, we know he has the range late on the defensive reaction.
Yeah, and you really can't afford those kinds of lapses. I mean, not when facing a hole or a deficit like this.
Is it me, or does it just feel like he gets every rebound that comes up?
Well, he practically has gotten every one that's available. A 20-plus rebounding game is not something we get to see very often, Greg. Boy, good job firing the pass inside there. I mean, all his teammate had to do was catch and finish.
Here's Allen. Puts the fadeaway right on the money. Allen's got 4 this quarter.
And, you know, this is what point guards should do. Dinwiddie, very good at orchestrating the offense, getting his team into good motion.
Redick finds Simmons. Fires from 18 and off the left side of the rim, and it swirls in for him. Simmons got 14 points here in the second half. And there's a whistle, and that's going to go on Simmons. That's foul number 2 for him. Ed Davis is checked in for Rondé Hollis-Jefferson. On defense, the 76ers, they lead by 14. And when D'Angelo Russell is on the floor, he's looking to attack at every chance he gets.
Yeah, he's a smooth operator now. This guy has all the tools. He's best, though, I think, when he's challenging defenders and probing the defense. Such a skilled and gifted passer. He's got a nice blend of speed and has gotten stronger, which I think is really an asset for him. He can get a little streaky at times, but when he's on, you got to ride his wave because it's a good one.
No good from Simmons.
The defense has to be better. I mean, they were fortunate that he missed that mid-range jumper. It certainly wasn't because of the defense.
And just great offensive execution by both sides, leaving nothing on the table.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, Greg, both of these teams completely aligned, in sync right now. I mean, they are torching the Nets late in this ball game.
And he just big boyed it right there. The height advantage he's got down low, really difficult for them to defend.
Passes to Dinwiddie. To the middle. Here's Allen. That one falls coming off Dinwiddie's feet. Dinwiddie's got 6 assists now in the game. Philadelphia leading by 10. Simmons dishes to Embiid.
Well, I tell you, it's pretty obvious. Embiid takes pride in and enjoys tricking his defenders and getting them to jump on the pump fake.
Now, gentlemen, 2 shots. Loose shots.
The free throw drops for Embiid.
You know, you got to love watching Embiid play the game because he has such great passion and really a drive to be great.
And Embiid drops them both.
And last year, we saw what a full season of Embiid looks like. I mean, scary to think that this is just the beginning of his career. He looks like he can go down as one of the greats to play if he can stay healthy.
1:46 left in the fourth quarter. Embiid, great positioning on the putback. And the 76ers lead by 12.
Yeah, Embiid plays with really good effort, and he plays with an effervescence that's contagious, and it's really endearing for a guy of his size.
Lets it fly. Off the left rim and out. And Embiid has already made the jump from star to superstar.
And part of that is his personality. I think his game does speak for itself. Gives you everything you want from a center on both ends of the floor. Effortless athleticism and has incredible skill and touch for a player his size.
The 76ers leading by 10. Here's Redick. Sweet little floater.
And so only one team answered the bell tonight, guys. Not a monster blowout by any means, but still a double-digit victory for the 76ers.
Looking at both these teams, they're great rebounders, and on any given night, you might not know who would have the advantage on the boards.
They made the most of those extra rebounds as well, Kevin.
And so this will now translate to 14 wins on the season.
And talk about putting pressure on your opponent. Tonight's win will move their record to 2-0 in the season series with 2 left to be played against the Nets.
Hey, you know, guys, what a nice performance it was for Ben Simmons.
Well, it was a pleasure watching him get his guys involved. I mean, his passing was tight and on time, really sharp tonight.
Outside, Russell. The offensive rebound. That one doesn't drop. And Simmons has got the ball here for Philadelphia. The biggest lead of the game was 24 points. To the paint, here's Johnson, and Davis sends it back. And so the ball out of bounds. Davis touched it last. Some changes for Brooklyn. Jared Dudley's checked in for Allen. Harris comes in for Spencer Dinwiddie, and Shabazz Napier subbed in for Russell. And then for Philadelphia, James Ennis, he'll check in for Butler. Simmons comes in for J.J. Redick. And it's T.J. McConnell in for Ben Simmons. It's stolen by Ennis. Pass to Simmons. Takes the three. Rebounded by the Nets. Guys, no real chance for them to come back now.
Yeah, I think the focus has to be on their next game at this point.
And the way LeVert moves the ball, it's all about doing what's best for the team from his eyes.
Here's Johnson, and the layup's good off the glass.
Yeah, with this lead, that's probably going to do it. Fans heading for the exits.
And Greg, you know how hard it is to win on the road, but they seem to have this one firmly in control and have been very impressive today.
So it's the 76ers winning this one easily. This was a very strong showing for them, Greg. Not necessarily a runaway win, but one they'll feel very good about.
And let's face it, anytime you can go on the road and win in the fashion they did, you have to feel good about it. Really an outstanding effort all the way around.
And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thank you, Kevin. Jimmy, you have become a star in this league, big part of the team. Have those expectations put more pressure on you individually?
No pressure. I think I'm gonna do what I do each and every night. I'm not gonna play well every night, but I just gotta focus on me, this team. Can't worry about the outside influences.
A real leader, Jimmy. Thank you for your time. Back to you, Kevin.
David, thank you as always. And that about wraps it up. For Clark Kellogg, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan along with our terrific 2K Sports crew, thanking you for tuning in. So long.